Okay. Hello and welcome to the Caption contest deliberation for CartoonStock. We have a very special guest, Yvonne Ehlers here. He's a cartoonist for pretty much everyone, the New Yorker, Mad, Airmail. He's lots of newspaper stuff too. You do portraiture, so we're very happy to have you joining us from LA. Welcome.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
And
That was a great intro.
Thank you very much. Our short one guest, although he did give me his picks. Quick congratulations to Bob and his daughter Sarah, who are getting married tomorrow. And Bob has some errands in the city. He's practicing his dance moves, but he did tell us which ones he wants. We were going to have him appear in AI version, but as usual, we all send in our picks. There's 5 of us, and we match up which ones appeared multiple times. No one sees these picks, so no one is influenced by anything. We don't see who the person who submitted is, the ranking, the popularity, any of that. Just the timestamp of when they were put in. I think the timestamp is kind of important today because there are so many about quarters and things like that, but there were no exact ones. If I'm going to quickly complain before we share it, I didn't like the song lyric ones.
There were a lot of song lyric ones. A lot.
There were a lot of those.
I put a couple in.
I chose one.
Yeah, I wanted to pick one in because it's like almost we sometimes break these things into categories of what people think about, and it's like, all right, this song lyric is enough of a good pun or something. But yeah, those were the ones I didn't like. But there's always something like that. A lot of Mom's Basement. And,
well, it looks like I'm going to be fighting against
So without further ado, let's share Yvonne's cartoon. And let's quickly recap here what went on. So you have a very typical musician, from his hair down to his outfit here, playing on looks like a small stage, and in percussion or presumably behind him are 2 rattling washer and dryers. You can't see anything about the audience. Looks like a smaller venue. Definitely like a hipsterish guy. And anything else to add here? He's clearly speaking or singing. Pretty straightforward one, and it's nice, good coloring. Yvonne actually probably does more colored work than most of our cartoonists. And now we will share. This was a unique one because we actually had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 that appeared across all of our picks, which we've had them where maybe we've had 3 or 4. We've had some at 6. So I don't know if that means there were we all were just in the same space of headspace, or that this was a strong group. But I actually did think it was a strong group. So I will read off the 12 here that were across all of ours. Again, some were at 3, some were at, the most we ever got was 3. Most were at 2, but 4 or 5 were at 3. A few more gigs, and we can finally move out of my mom's basement. And in drum, 3 quarters and a pair of tennis shoes. Check out my merch table for some extremely clean shirts. Don't forget to tip your server in quarters. Feel free to throw your panties. Here's one more song before I throw in the towel. Now everybody, rinse and repeat after me. Still a better backing band than Dave Matthews.
I have to say, I hate Dave Matthews.
Yeah,
and so I really like that. I didn't choose it as one of my top 10, but I really appreciated it. And I have this concept of guilty aversions as opposed to guilty pleasures, where something's objectively good but you don't like it. And I was thinking, Dave Matthews, I guess, is a guilty aversion. But then I thought, no, he's not objectively good. He's just a bad musician.
I think,
and I hope I'm assuming there are no Dave Matthews fans listening.
I chose that one because I can't stand him. But yeah, there is that art that like it's good art and you like it. It's good art and you don't like it. It's bad art and you like it, and it's bad art and you don't like it. I don't. Rauschenberg, I think, is a great painter, but I don't give a shit.
For me, for this specific person, it's like I don't know if I've heard 2 of his songs ever, but everyone that loves his music is just objectionable to me. Oh man, I just know I'm not gonna like it. I see you, I'm looking at you, and I know it's not for me.
I go
I had a very similar sentiment to you, Lawrence, where I was like, I like this one. I appreciate it. Not quite there for the top 10, but yeah.
I go along with you. I dislike not only Dave Matthews, but everybody who likes his music.
And Lawrence, your hometown is famous for his tour bus pouring excrement all over.
That's right. I thought that's such a typical Dave Matthews thing to do.
Well,
he heard you talking trash and was trying to dump one on you.
That's right. Wash
their clothes. Like, I know he's around here somewhere.
I mean, that one makes you laugh. It can't win, but it's a very funny one. Tips are welcomed. Quarters are appreciated. We're a cover band, but we also do sheets. We're going to entertain you for exactly the next 30 minutes. Your quarters keep the band working. So we can go. Yeah, next
for a pun, I enjoyed that cover band, but we also do sheets. And I typically hate puns.
No, but the fact that it touches on both, covers and sheets did make it good. So we can go. We can either start knocking some out now, or we can go through ours. I feel like we should, in general, we try to not necessarily themed, but we could probably knock out some of the quarters ones, or at least leave ourselves with one if we want to start there. Does anyone have a favorite quarters one, or a least favorite quarters one? Don't forget to tip your server in quarters.
Yeah, I see. I dislike that intensely.
Your quarters keep the band working.
Tips I also dislike that intensely. I think I don't like the coarsest one.
Tips are welcomed. Quarters are appreciated. I feel like we can knock out 2 quarters pretty quick here. I like. I mean, they work.
I had a quarters one in my top 10 that did not appear.
Let's take a look.
Nobody else chose it, which is this is a song about change, mostly quarters.
So let's go through here. We'll go through Lawrence's here.
All right. Well, so it looks like a couple people chose that you can throw your panties on stage, but I like the longer one. Panties and bras are still welcome, but the road has made me a tad leery, just because it brings in so much filth. You imagine what he's referring to and why he wouldn't want panties thrown on stage and what his experience has been. And I like that. But I understand the other one's a little, it's not only cleaner, but it's more concise.
Yeah, I think it's more concise. And here you did do a song lyric one.
Yeah, but that should not make the top 6. But I just thought it really worked. I mean, you can just hear the horrible music as you're listening to the, or as you're hearing yourself read the caption. I did like, we'll need some volunteers to help us get back on the tour bus. Bring to the weight of the appliances. We'll be looking to hook up after the show. I thought was a good pun. And I like Yvonne. I usually don't like puns. I did check out my merch table for some extremely clean shirts I liked. First prize record deal I thought was a nice caption, kind of a reference to Glengarry Glen Ross in an odd way. And I did have another quarters caption, I guess. We've got time for just one more song unless someone has a handful of quarters. I'd like to thank my band for helping me stay clean. I thought was a good pun, and also a nice allusion to the fact that some musicians struggle with addiction issues. And my washboard player couldn't make it, so I'm going electric tonight. I like the joke. I don't like it ending on the word tonight when the punchline is so clearly electric.
Electric, yeah.
But I guess the ones that I would fight for are, I'd like to thank my band for helping me stay clean. And I guess maybe we'll need some volunteers to help us get back on the tour bus.
Um, yeah, one needs to maybe I'll highlight those. Yeah, and then I did have check out my merch table for some extremely clean shirts. That was on
Yeah,
as well.
right.
A great, and that was in there. Joel.
Yeah, actually, from Lawrence's choice, I like the getting on the tour bus one. That should have been on my list and wasn't. I would fight on Lawrence's behalf for that. I thought that was nice. From my own selection, I think quite a few of my selection are in the final mix. I think they're good. I do like the panties one. Just it's short. It does definitely works, doesn't it? I don't know if it'll win. I think it should definitely be in the top 6. I think I put about 3 kind of like song stroke band puns in, and just because I like a good bad pun, so I got Lawrence and the Machines. I thought that was quite nicely done. But a lot of these won't work because not everyone will get the same references because they're kind of generational to an extent. Sultans of Spin, I liked, though I don't know why. And the one that I really liked, and I can't explain it, is 1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, wash, 5, 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, dry. I don't know why that tickled me, but it did. It's the dry. It's just the last word that made me laugh. I'm not fighting for it. I'm just admitting to it. It's like as much as anything else. Anything else that I'd really go for on the list? Actually, an in drum 3/4 and a pair of tennis shoes works as a joke, I think.
Yeah.
So that would definitely make the top 6.
Yeah.
There were good items to choose for what to put in there.
Yeah, and we're a cover band, but we also do sheets. I thought was my favourite pun of the thing. It was felt more unexpected than the rest. So those are my thoughts.
Gotcha. All right, so I'll go mine. Most of mine actually were in there. This one doesn't make me laugh. It's more like a statement of fact, I guess. And in drum 3/4 and a pair of tennis shoes is more, I guess, if I'm just going by what I find the funniest. I do think check out my merch table for extremely clean shirts might make me laugh the most and is kind of funny. And it's kind of, I like when it's something funny happening off scene when already the scene is so kind of crazy. Here's one more song before I throw in the towel is a kind of classic one. Now everybody rinse and repeat after me is a stupid pun, but it does make me chuckle. I had no like super clean favorite. Most of mine got in there, so I'm not gonna comment. I go to Yvonne here to see if you had any favorites you want to add before we start.
Yeah, I think my favorites. I really liked "Here's One from My Very Worst" album because it just for some reason this reminded me of like the Lou Reed album that was just like noise and garbage. It just reminded me of like this big, awful, noisy, clunky thing. And it was just really funny to kind of own up to and be like, here's one from my very worst album. I really like and backing me up what I didn't lose in the divorce. I thought that was very funny because he was kind of, it's always good to kind of have the caption play to have some interchange with the image, so him kind of smiling, so he's happy about it. Where he's like, here's what I didn't lose in the divorce. So I don't know, that struck me as funny. And I think the weirdest one that might be my favorite, I don't know if it's you guys probably know these terms better, but versus like a caption that someone is saying something where it would be like a caption on top kind of describing the scene.
Yeah, a banner.
A banner, yeah. I like the one where it was like an early Chuck E. Cheese prototype before somebody thought of rat suits. I thought that was really funny.
Very left field ones. Have you ever seen those pictures of Chuck E. Cheese found at the dump? And it's like this robotic mess. It's horrifying.
No. But yeah, that struck me as just like something. I don't think anyone else really did anything similar to that.
No.
And then I just imagine, like you're saying, it causes you to imagine another scene, and then like a kid's birthday party with a bunch of washers and dryers going da-da-da-da-da-da instead of fun animatronic rats. But yeah, those are the ones I liked.
It'd be interesting to do a caption contest where it's there's no caption, but it's a banner instead.
Yeah.
No one's talking.
Oh yeah.
You just I don't know. We'll shelve that one, but it's kind of hard to imagine it. But
Harder. Yeah.
there are so many banner cartoons that it could be a possibility one day.
I know we've got a long list, but I would again fight on Evan's behalf in terms of the divorce one and the I've forgotten it because I've just lost it again now. But the
album.
the album one. I thought they were both.
Yeah.
I love the worst album is great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's so interesting. When I saw that, I thought of the same Lou Reed album. Because I love Lou Reed, but when I
love Lou Reed too.
I thought, what the hell?
Yeah.
So,
that's what you envision when you hear it, is just like loud, unmusical things cranking around on each other.
Right. I can't remember the name of that album, but it might have been something Machine. There might have been
That's one with like Metallica or something.
Yes.
Yeah. It was something. Yeah, but I don't even remember if that was like the Image or something. It was something metallic, but man, ugh.
Even
what does it do to Iggy Pop? He would do like industrial music as a driving beat, or not industrial music, but industrial sounds, like the boom, tsh, boom, tsh, boom.
Yeah.
That works really well, but Lou Reed now.
Right. What was your original caption?
Oh yeah, I was wondering if you guys wanted to know that.
I have it here. You obviously can say it. I have it put it somewhere here. But go ahead.
Yeah, it was. I had a few variations, but it was and on percussion, the upstairs neighbors' laundry machines.
Yeah, and on percussion, the neighbors' laundry machines.
And you know what brought this cartoon on is, like, I don't know if you guys know this, but I work in my kitchen. It's the most fancy way that a man can work on cartoons. And I'm right next to the washer and dryer, and once it gets going, it goes. It sounds like the beat of this one Stevie Wonder song. It's like. So I was like, yeah, you probably could go on stage and play with this and just set it up, and then figured out the way to make it like as obnoxious and relatable as possible.
Yeah, absolutely. It definitely. I mean, the captions fit the drawing well. It's not a super zany one. Well, we should try to put some on the caption on the cartoon just to see if it works better there. But maybe we could take some out before that, because we've got like 15 of them here. We need to knock out.
Was there anything in Bob's list that was worthy of note? I suppose.
Yes.
Yeah, Bob.
Let's look at Bob's. You're right. Absolutely.
Is it all the panties ones?
That's normally Lawrence's specialty.
Bob, feel free to throw your panties. These are in no order. Your mama don't wash, your daddy don't fluff and fold.
There we go.
You got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them. Look, Kenny Rogers. I wrote this next song in my parents' basement. This next one's called "Baby Runs Hot, Warm, and Cold." Be honest, can you really tell the difference? We will wash you makes me violent. You may tag me in your photos.
God.
There were a lot of may tag ones.
I know, but that's awful.
Yeah.
So he really loved the lyric ones.
He chose a few, yeah. This next one is called "You Broke My Heart in Pieces, Now Break a Dollar in Quarters." We're a cover band, but we also do sheets.
Okay, that's what everyone's.
Yeah, that seems to be one that we'll definitely keep in there. I'm just going to put this one on the image. All right, well, we have this. This is the hard part here, is we have to start knocking some out.
How do you guys do that normally? You just
Well, it's one good place to start is ones that are similar, and maybe just taking off the better of the similar, and hopefully that gets us to 6. Or we just talk really loudly over each other.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Like American democracy, whoever talks loudest wins.
Right.
But yeah, that's why I was suggesting getting kind of the ones that are about quarters, at least winnowing those down somewhere.
I see now everybody rinse and repeat after me. I think that would be very good without the first two words, but I just think now everybody is completely unnecessary.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And so I would knock that out because of that.
Yeah, I would knock that out too because it's more like a hum, and I'm not going to laugh.
Yeah.
I definitely dislike the quarters one. So don't forget to tip your server ... in quarters. I really don't like that one unless someone's really feels really strongly about it. I would.
No, I don't, and it doesn't really. I don't see how the quarters gets back to operating the machines really. So I'm comfortable with that.
I think this was one of yours, Trevor, so I want to step lightly, but I don't like how I throw in the towel.
Yeah, this last song before I throw in the towel. All right,
Yeah.
I'm okay with that one.
So does anyone that? So essentially, we're getting rid of the ones that we really hate. So that's a good approach. There's anything you hate, Evan?
Well, there were some good ones that just one person picked, and so we should leave some room for those.
True.
It's a better backing band from Dave Matthews. I mean, I think it's fine to criticize him maybe on this
No, yeah.
video, but it might be a little too much to do that in.
I was gonna knock that one out because it really has nothing to do. It has nothing to. I mean, the only thing it has to do is you're denigrating Dave Matthews.
Yeah, exactly, and that's we shouldn't do that.
Yeah. And I think he has a pretty good backing band, doesn't he? I don't know.
Talented musicians.
There's got to be something good about him.
They're playing annoying stuff, but
yeah.
Tips are welcomed, quarters are appreciated. I think it's kind of clunky, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
It says in 2 sentences what you could say in 1. There's no need to break it up.
I don't know. The panties one, I guess just because it's a washing machine. I don't know.
Yeah. And people, I don't know if they do it anymore. That seems to be something people used to do in the 70s at Tom Jones concerts.
Yeah.
Middle-aged women would throw their underwear on stage.
I saw Prince once, and the girl I was with threw a bra or something like that.
Really?
Did she take it off and put it like right there? Or did she bring it with her in her purse?
Pretty sure she took it off. Yeah.
Oh, nice, dude.
But Prince is a special outlier, I think, for that kind of thing. Yeah.
But this guy doesn't look like someone that they'd be doing that to. Or maybe it's funnier because no one ever has, and he's really begging people to.
Yeah, I kind of like the panties one. I'll still argue for the longer version of it, but that may be bringing too much into it.
I mean, we'll keep the panties one in there then. While we still deliberate here.
Keep the panties on.
Yeah, keep them on.
Again, going through ones I don't like just because it feels too long. Check out my merch. Again, this was one of yours, wasn't it, Lawrence? Check out my merch table.
And Trevor, I actually like that one a lot.
I like that one a lot too, yeah.
Well, I'm going to lose that battle then.
No. Let me, maybe we'll... sorry, we kind of have to do this live because I don't know which ones are the chosen ones, but I'll put some on the cartoon itself so we can just kind of see what works with the image here.
Is that a typo on 19, or is that a different phrasing?
I know. I think that's intentional because they're in the drum. You don't normally would say in on drums, but here they're actually in the drum.
Yeah.
I think that's actually pretty clever.
Maybe in drums.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's something silly about. I
would have liked it if it was in drums.
Does anyone?
There's only one drum on stage. Oh no! Wait, does the washer have a drum as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just supposed to be both of them going. Ba, 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 ba.
No, you're right.
But I mean, yeah.
The Mom's Basement one seems kind of routine.
Yeah.
I'm being too critical. A lot of it's cute, but it's not like a special one. So we'll take off Mom's Basement.
Yeah, I agree.
I do like. I'm going back and forth between Ivan and Ivan. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah.
Like Mr. Ehlers, I like my very worst album. Just because I really do remember that Lou Reed album, but I'm not sure. Maybe that it addresses the washing machine and the dryer enough.
Yeah, if you're going to criticize it, it's a great caption, but not like specific to the.
Right. It could apply. You could imagine a lot of cartoons with that caption.
Yeah, it's a great caption though.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Which that was the my very worst album.
Yeah.
I would knock out Your Quarters Keep the Band Working, not because it's a bad caption. I just don't think it's as good as some of the others.
Yeah. I think at this point, once it's narrowed down here, there's not really bad ones. It's just, is it the top 6?
Well, let's move over to let's share the I think I was able to put most of them on here. All right, so now everybody, rinse and repeat after me. It looks like a cartoon.
Yep.
We're a cover band, but we also do sheets. That also looks like a cartoon, like a real cartoon. Check out my merch table for extremely clean shirts.
I really like that one.
That one might give me the biggest laugh, as I'm sick and not laughing, but I do think. Feel free to throw your panties. I think we got rid of that one.
Oh, did we? All right.
Or did we? I don't know. What do you? I mean, looking at it here, it's not.
It doesn't work as well in context, does it?
Yeah.
I don't think.
Yeah, it doesn't work quite as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say it doesn't. We'll need some volunteers to help us get back on the tour bus.
I really like that, actually.
I think that one works a lot better with the image.
Yeah. Your quarters keep the band working. I mean, that one.
It's too cute.
Yeah, it seems a bit pedestrian, I think.
Here's one from my very worst album. Really,
that works better.
That works.
I really love that one. You know what? I think Yvonne was right that maybe it should be in drums. I mean, I think it's clever. I think it's a very clever turn of phrase, a reference to and on drums, but
yeah,
it doesn't work as well. It doesn't work as well as the images I was expecting it to. I think it just feels a bit simple somehow, doesn't it?
It's a good theoretical, a good joke in theory.
Yeah,
it doesn't quite. When it's paired with the image, it's not quite as strong.
Yeah,
right.
The sum is less than its parts.
Yeah, let's take that out.
The one I think you guys all like this, so I'll back off. But we're a cover band, but we also do sheets. Also seems to me too cute.
I think you're right. It doesn't work as well on the image as I was expecting.
It's a well done one, though. I mean, we're at 6.
Hey.
Yeah, but there might be some individual ones that just one person chose that belong here. I can't remember them now, though.
I do like. Here's one from my worst album more than me up when I didn't listen to the Divorce.
Yeah, I do too. I like the worst album one.
And it looked good on the caption.
Yeah. And then could we go to some of the other ones, Trevor, just quickly? Okay. Bob, let's see.
It's horrible. We're a cover band, but we also do sheets as a.
I know the one I wanted to fight for. I'd like to thank my band for helping me stay clean, because I thought that was a nice way to allude to a situation that's not pictured, to the addiction problem.
I mean, addiction can be hilarious, but I don't know how funny that is.
Case in point.
I'm not trying to make light of a serious problem, but I think cartoons are always touching on serious subjects.
All right, well, we'll put that one back in and we'll look at it. And I guess don't get a laugh.
Okay.
No, but I'm putting it in there. You guys seem to like it. Joel, we got yours in
Oh, Lawrence and the Machines. That was Joel's, right?
there.
Yeah.
I thought that was very clever. I don't think I wonder if I even saw that or I somehow overlooked it because it's good. It works. You know, it works with Lawrence and the Machines and it works with the cartoon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's-
We're trying to get rid of things, though, Lawrence. Rather than
I know, but I like it. Anyway.
okay, put it back in. So
You're not
what
just
we have
picking
to
that
do
because
now?
your name is Lawrence.
Yeah, that's right.
No, I worry that because we do get a lot pandering to Lawrence. Not this time, but in the past there have been people.
That's fine. We can knock it out.
People will spend $5 just to crack.
Like I should have called it Lawrence Wood and the Machines.
Yeah. The Dave. It is a shame because the Dave Matthews one is such a funny one. But yes, it has nothing to do with the caption.
Oh, I know. God, I love that though.
That's
I saw that. I did laugh out loud.
All right. Well, now we're back up to 8.
Okay,
Back up to 8.
let's see.
I'm sure we discussed it, and I've gone out of my head. The quarters keep the bad working. I really
Yeah.
doesn't.
Yeah, I agree. I would
Maybe
not-
that worked better on the image than I remember. I don't know. And then covers band, but we also do sheets. Sounds brilliant, but doesn't work as well on the. I'm going to shut up because I don't think I'm. You're getting my inner
I
monologue
agree.
here.
I would knock out the cover
Yeah.
band. And then
I
we
want
have-
it. It's so clever. I want
Better
to
than
like it.
Lawrence and the
It didn't work.
Machines, though.
Oh, we can knock that out and pull something back in.
Well, ideally, you want to get to 6, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Trevor,
if we
can you
knock
put
out,
Machines on it just for a second, because I think it would actually work. Just because.
It's
Which one?
Lawrence and the Machines is just one of those puns that we rarely ever do. Is it
Oh,
clever
okay.
enough to get in there?
but it's more than most puns. It really works on 2 levels.
It's true. Do you think it's good enough to win, though?
I think it's good enough to be a runner-up. But I would knock out where cover band. We also do sheets. We could also knock out Lawrence and the Machines and still find another one. I think.
I feel like
That'll be too many, huh?
we already knocked out Very Worst Album, which we thought didn't have anything to do. What does he bring in the washer and dryer just for this one song? Presumably he's been playing with the washer and dryer the whole show.
Have you guys
that
ever
might be
seen
over.
noise rock bands?
Oh yeah, playing like a jar of bees or something like that.
Yeah.
Only spoken word is worse than that.
Spoken word noise rock band. Spoken noise.
All right, well, this is where we need Bob to give an executive decision here.
Yeah, I think the cover, the sheets can go. I really, it's a shame because I really like it. It feels like it should work, but I just don't think it does. That's my final thought.
I think it would be good as a setup without a visual. You know, like what did the band say that was made up of the washer and dryer? We're a cover band, but we also do sheets. You know, but with the image, it doesn't quite. They don't really complement each other as well. Like it's a good verbal joke, but
all right, I'll knock it
I
out.
think it's the only. I think that's the only one of Bob's that we had in though. But
that's what happens when you don't show up.
that's true. Yeah. Let that be a lesson to him. All right.
I'm just kidding, Bob.
All right. So we have 6.
Okay.
I think we're
none of Bob's in there.
I think there's 2 that are my favorites.
Go on.
Or I think my favorite of these here is extremely clean shirts.
Okay.
I got the merch table for extremely clean shirts.
And that's
Or
Lawrence's
we're going to entertain you for exactly the next 30 minutes. I'm sorry, my computer keeps resetting over there. Those would be my 2. Does anyone have 2? Just 2 of these they would put.
I think for me, I'd go Here's one from my very worst album, and we're going to entertain you for exactly the next 30 minutes.
I would go for Clean Shirts, and well, I want to go with Stay Clean, but I'll go with Worst Album. Those will be my top two: Clean Shirts and Worst Album.
Okay, I hope you're making note of this, Trevor, because I'm already confused. I would go for We're Going to Entertain You one and Tour Bus.
That's
which I think,
then we have the most for We're Gonna Entertain You for exactly 30 minutes.
okay,
Tour Bus was a close third for me.
Let me put it on the cartoon, because that is the only one that we did get three for.
Well, this is the perils of democracy. Democracy not working in action.
All right, that we rejected.
Yep.
The perils of democracy? No.
And now to illustrate the perils of democracy. That would make sense.
I don't know where the line breaks are, but whatever. Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's good. It does work.
It works.
It works. It does a good job of using the drawing. I mean, it looks like this is the one you. Not that the point is to look natural, but it does see. It is very seamless.
I want them to complement each other, not work in isolation.
Right. Love that one.
Yeah, this one. My favorite two are these two.
The Clean Shirt's pretty good though. It might be swayed, but have we made our final decision, or are we?
If we're gonna go by what everyone said, this one didn't get 3 of.
I like 30
why we
minutes
need
better than
Bob,
Clean
because Bob
Shirt.
would just make an executive decision.
I'm gonna go executive. I like 30 minutes better than Clean Shirts.
All right.
All right. You're the cartoonist. You should choose.
Those are the top two, right?
Yeah. Those are the top two. So yeah, we only get one winner, but let's quickly look at the voting results and see how we compare. I just feel like Panties will be up there. Maybe not.
Yeah.
Sorry. Oh, I did have it. View voting results. So I'll quickly read off the top 10. Number 1, feel free to throw your panties. Here's one more song before I throw in the towel. To think we started in my mom's basement. Welcome to my mom's basement. We're going to entertain you for exactly the next 30 minutes, so that's good that we're.
All right, we're in the top 5.
Thanks, folks. My timer is up. All panties thrown on stage will be fluffed and folded. Your mama don't wash and your daddy don't fluff and fold. There's 2 iterations of that. And backing me up, what I didn't lose in the divorce actually was up there. I'm surprised. Don't forget to empty your pockets. And then a sock one. Or the next one is a sock that got away. There were a lot of sock ones. And then I guess let me give a shout out here to the winner. We're going to entertain you for exactly the next 30 minutes by Jeffrey Lawton, Lautin. Jeffrey Lawton.
Jeffrey, way to go.
Good job, Jeffrey. Congratulations.
Did it, buddy.
It was a tight one.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is where Lawrence normally pipes up and say, "Oh, Jeffrey, he's won the."
Right, I was going to say, I'm glad that I've not heard his name before, and I think that's good.
Yeah, Lawrence does seem to know the whole community of these guys. Well, it was a close one, and we all we could do is really kind of deliberate over it and see what we think is funny.
Well, this was a great image for the contest.
Yeah.
It elicited a lot of strong captions.
Absolutely.
Relatively speaking.
I had this other one that I've been trying to sell as a caption contest for years. I sent this over to you, Trevor. It was the first one that I sent. It's just like this lady standing on the beach holding a big book, and then it's like a big, sexy, long-haired dolphin with like big muscles, and oh man, I love it. I want someone to do it as a caption contest so bad, but I think everyone's very afraid of horrible captions people come up with.
No, dolphins do try to. If you swim with them, they might try to pump you. I mean, they're like dogs.
They are successful from time to time.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't want to get too much of that.
I've read some stories.
Yeah.
I wrote like a Daily Shouts pitch one time. I didn't send it in, but it was about it was someone on trial for just such a thing, but it was written in the style of like Nabokov. So it was like really fancy language, and you didn't figure out what was going on until near the end. And yeah, I think it was smart not to show anybody that.
It ran?
No, I didn't even send it. I think I shared it with someone and like, what is wrong with you? Don't delete it. Delete it.
Yeah.
Before we leave, Ivan, do you want to identify any of your music videos that you've directed or short films or?
Nah.
No.
Good.
Well, look them up. Look them up.
You're going to make us Google.
I will say I did one when I was working as a tire salesman. I shot a whole feature length film, hour and 36 minutes for like $14,000, and we just shot it like on the weekends and all around the building that I worked in and like all the adjacent buildings. I think we had like 56 locations within a 30-yard radius. And you can find the trailer. It was called Guns Don't Kill People. And this was before a lot of gun violence stuff got really bad. And it was supposed to be a satirical take on people saying that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was about like two wannabe hitmen that get caught up in a multi-marketing scheme of assassination. And it was a fun farce. We shot it over the course of like 8 months, and we would have, you know, people would show up, they would lose 20 pounds and show up a month later. Like, what are you doing? We're shooting the other half of the scene. You can't look like that. We had people get deported. We had people die. We had people go to jail. So I would just have to like rewrite on the spot and figure stuff out. You would never know who would show up. My family was in it, all my coworkers, people walking down the street were like, you want to be in a movie? Come here.
Oh, you should write a book about that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. How to write and shoot a short, a cheap movie that absolutely no one will watch or give you money for.
I'm gonna watch the trailer after this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good trailer. It's a good minute and a half out of that hour and a half. That's usable footage. But I had a great team. You know, this was like 15 years ago, and it was my whole crew was a bunch of young people in film school at Long Beach, and they were all just looking for credits and stuff to say like, wow, I worked on a feature film, so then they can get jobs on other feature films. So
right,
everybody won.
Very nice.
That's great.
Very cool. We'll go check it out. And that finishes up this installment. Thank you guys very much. Congratulations to Bob and his daughter.
Yeah. Thank you. Congratulations, Jeffrey. Congratulations, Bob's daughter.